Good morning. It is first day of winter break that I'm home. Exciting stuff. Actually headed into the studio today, not to spit some fire on a diss track for YouTube with Jake Paul, who's my buddy. I'm actually going to do a podcast with my friend Claire, which is funny because I'm going to be doing another podcast very soon. So, yeah, all the podcasts, I'm doing them, every single one. Claire!
Possible to open.
Are you that pretentious one?
Yeah.
That's you. Hi! I'm sorry.
He's shy, it's fine. He'll get used to it.
I've waited for this moment for so long. I want to be your friend.
Go on. It's okay.
Hello.
He's usually not that shy. What's wrong with you?
Hi. Okay.
Here, take this. I'll show you what you can do.
He's like, no, not from that guy. No. Wow. Oh. Look, he's like looking at me like, see, I'm talented.
He's like,
no. Okay, Claire, please explain to the people how I didn't actually call. Well, I called you pretentious, but it was a joke.
Jerk. We're recording a podcast because I make a podcast called Anyway We're Pretentious, and it's about whatever I want it to be. I just have guests on and we talk about academic stuff. So
that's what we're doing. Because I'm an academic. That's me.
Anyone can
be. So
is
Moses.
Who's hiding? Come here.
Walk me through the studio. This is, you actually have like some hardcore equipment.
Yeah, you know, one of my friends owns a production company, and so I was like, I want to record a podcast, so can you like
hook it up?
Give me something? I have basic understanding of a mixer, so.
I have zero. I barely can operate this camera.
So, like, get close to this how you want it. We actually don't switch jobs all the time and switch houses all the time, like this weird idea that we do. Like that we're transient, we're like always popping around other places. It's not. Thanks for joining us today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bye. Awesome, thank you. We did it. Hopefully it came out good.
Yeah.
It takes so long, but I love doing it, so.
Good.
It's really fun for me.
Not that hot. Not pretty hot. It's Sunday. So we're in our Sunday's finest. Going to church. The Church of Iron.
The Church of Iron. Pump you up.
Goes and shows me up, puts another box on top. So this massive facility is the evolution of where I first started working out way back in the day. When I played AU basketball, it was connected to this other warehouse, and they built this gym in the other main part of the warehouse that wasn't being used for like shipments and whatever. Me and my dad actually started working out there, and now it's gotten so popular with like sports training and whatnot, like it opened its own facility very recently actually, and this is my first time here. Unfortunately, none of my old trainers are here. Got a nice quick workout in. It felt great. Just going to hang out with the Paul brothers real quick. That's where we're headed. We're gonna drop some music. We're gonna shoot a music video, diss track with them, and it's gonna be great. I just recorded a huge segment for the vlog, and then my camera corrupted the footage. That's alright though, because now I'm gonna re-record it with someone that's like much more knowledgeable about music than I am. So, yo.
Howdy, bro.
A little impromptu, because we're going somewhere, and I don't want to record that where we're going. Well, I guess it wouldn't make a difference. Anyway, I'm recording this in the car. Sorry if it looks bad or whatever. Janie's behind the camera, So, the title of this video, top 3, I don't really know what it's gonna be called yet exactly, but like top 3 most impactful songs of my life, or in my life, or like the ones that have made the most impact on me, something like that. So I'm gonna go in order of the songs, of like the order that I heard them throughout my life. So the first one, and there have been a kinds of songs that have made an impact in some way or another, but I just wanted to talk about these 3 because 3 is a cool number. I think I heard this song first in high school at some point. Can't remember exactly when, but by Macklemore, who's a great artist. Love a lot of his music. But the song Same Love, I remember listening to that song, and by no means was I like homophobic or anything like that before listening to that song, but I just remember hearing that song for the first time and being like, holy shit, it makes so much sense now. Love is love, and there should be no question about that. Who's on? Do you know who's on it? Who like the female vocalist is? She's amazing voice, and I think Macklemore's message is just like really clear, and he's spot on with it. So next, and this is kind of like a cop out because I said songs, but this is an album. Nonetheless, Blurry Face by 21 Pilots. I started getting into that after my senior year in high school.
More Than Vessel?
Yeah, okay, so so instead of one song, 2 albums.
Top 20 songs, top 20 songs.
I indulged in them at the same time in my life. Like, I didn't listen to one before the other, I listened to them at the same time. So yeah, definitely both of them. So that was during a really tough part of my life, and I just remember really diving into all the lyrics that are in both those 2 albums that written by Tyler Joseph. And all they talk about the insecurities and like diving in a little bit into like mental health and being okay with the fact that you have insecurities, and more than that, trying to overcome them in certain ways. I needed that in my life at that point, and although it's still not like the music I listen to all the time now, I listen to it every now and then, and it's just like, it's also just good music, I think. So then the 3rd song, which the
33rd song.
The 3rd song I picked is by Logic, and there's a bunch of songs off Logic's new album, Everybody, that I probably could have picked. But
why not just pick them all, like you picked for 21 Pilots?
Okay. But the song Take It Back by Logic, it was the first time I heard his story about him being biracial and being treated terribly because he identified as black but is white on the outside, and so just being like discriminated against in both regards, and hearing him just be like, fuck that, it doesn't make any sense. It like solidified the idea that like you should treat no human with any more or less respect than you would any other, because we're all humans. So again, like these songs, like I don't know, well, the 1st and the 3rd song like definitely weren't ideas that like were new to me. They felt way more solidified after I listened to these songs, and I remember like listening to them the first time and having like overcome by like some kind of feeling of like, oh shit, this makes sense, or like, holy shit, what is he saying? Like that makes like me think about it in a different way. So yeah, Janie, I'm gonna turn around on you. What's this is a tough question, but what's one of your most the songs that you think are most influential in your life? Yeah.
I was wondering if you were gonna ask me this.
Because my plan was, if this had worked the way I recorded originally, I was gonna ask Jenny when he got in the car, and by the end of the car ride, he was gonna have like, a little time to think about it. But now you're on the spot.
Like I used to really not listen to music, like when I was a kid.
That's what I said. I still don't. I don't like.
I listen to a lot of music now. It might be Not Afraid by Eminem. When I first heard Eminem, I had no idea who he was. Heard him on the radio one time for like I think it was like Forever or something. I was like, dang, this guy goes hard. Like we were like driving. It was like my dad in the car and my sister in the passenger seat, and I was like, who is this? They're like, Eminem. And that was like right around the time, or like sometime later, like Recovery came out, and I listened to Not Afraid, and that really got me like more into music and more into rap, especially, which is my favorite genre. Yeah. So I'd probably say that. So. Also, Love Lockdown though. That's like my favorite Kanye song of all time.
Streetlights also, if you've heard the song Streetlights, that's off 808 and Heartbreak, right?
Yeah, same album.
I remember listening to that song and crying listening to Streetlights because I realized that I wasn't gonna be a star in the NBA.
No,
I'm not even kidding you.
Serious?
I'm not kidding you.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry, bro.
Dude, it's okay, dude. Now I'm a vlogger. Now I'm a vlogger.
You still have a chance. My favorite album of all time is Finally Rich by Chief Keef, just because I'm a huge Chief Keef fan, and like Love Sosa's probably up there. It might be like my #3 song, just because I love that song. But 808s and Heartbreak, like. That's my favorite Kanye album for sure. We could extend this question to Matt, but he'd probably just say like the Frozen soundtrack. Yeah, Frozen soundtrack. Any song with a girl in the chorus, and
Matt says some music.
And the WWE intros.
Matt says some music is so weird.
We can roast him because he's not even gonna watch this.
That's so true. I think. Oh, hi, Nala.
Hey, what's up, man?
Who's your roommate? Who's your roommate? What? Dude, how'd you get the new Star Wars already?
I was looking at more.
No spoilers, bro. No spoilers. How do you put up with your roommate? Yeah, I wouldn't put up with this shit either. We're all going upstairs. Go. God, that was scary. Yeah, that was scary. Nala was scared of the trash bags. Oh, Monty effect? Dude.
Oh.
Oh, Trent, I'm holding it by the...
How do you do it? How do you normally do it?
Yeah, like that.
Is it recording?
No. Yeah, Nala was scared of those trash bags. I don't blame her though. It's pretty frightening. Bye, Nala. I love you. Remember in yesterday's video when I was saying that I really needed to get a good workout in because I'd come home and just eat a bunch of cookies all the time? Well, I was right. But back to what I was discussing earlier, I'm fascinated by the idea of music and art in general being some kind of like vehicle for learning and changing perspective. Definitely curious to hear your thoughts below if that's happened to you at all or you have any experiences with that. Let me know, I'm interested. I'll be down in the comments as always replying to everyone. And that's gonna do it for the vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you have not already and I will see you tomorrow.